So this video is about the pros and cons of living in Huntington Beach.
So stay tuned.
I'm Sean Dezahd.
And I'm Courtney Dezahd.
And we've been helping families buy and sell homes in Orange County for over 20 years.
Yeah, so if you are thinking about moving to Orange County and you need to buy a house, don't forget to reach out to us at 714-348-4000.
Or you can email us at info@livingintheoc.com.
Or if you already live in Orange County and you are thinking about selling your home and buying a new home, or maybe just selling your home, don't forget to reach out to us as well.
Now this channel is all about Orange County, living in Orange County, breathing in Orange County, sleeping in Orange County, and playing in Orange County.
Yeah, so if you have any interest in Orange County whatsoever, don't forget to subscribe. Press the subscribe button.
And don't forget the bell notification.
Don't forget the bell because we upload new videos every week and the bell will alert you to when we upload a new video. So just to give you a little bit of an overview about, where is Huntington Beach? Huntington Beach is a city in Orange County, and it's in the north part of Orange County. And just to give you a little overview, it borders to Newport Beach, and Sean actually grew up in Newport Beach, so he's a little bit biased. He thinks Newport is the best beach in Orange County, so just remember that when you are, watching this video, because,
there might be a little bit of bias. I mean, at the end of the day, Huntington Beach is great.
Yeah, for
Newport
sure.
I like personally a little bit more.
Yeah, but he grew up there, so.
So a huge pro about Huntington Beach, look no further than the name, Huntington Beach, the beaches.
Yes, so Huntington has one really nice thing about Huntington is actually the surf in Huntington is fantastic. If you are a surfer, Huntington has a great break, and they actually have the US Open of surfing there. So it is just widely known throughout the surf community at Huntington. It's called Surf City USA for a reason. And then I would say obviously one nice thing about the beaches is that they're so big, right?
Yeah, so a couple things about the beaches that are amazing. So one, the beaches are really wide, right? So it's not this narrow strip of sand. We have nice wide beaches, like really wide beaches here. And on top of that, it's really easy to get to. So it's not like you have to hike down any cove to get there or whatever. It's right off of Pacific Coast Highway. So you're right there. Parking is, is available right there. So it's really convenient to get to, and again, great beaches.
Yeah, so Huntington has got one of the best beaches in the world, truly. And there's one thing I've actually noted over the years. Interestingly, I would say anyone that I've met from the East Coast that moved out to California, for some reason they prefer Huntington over probably most of the other beaches in Orange County. I don't know why. I think Huntington might have a little bit more of like an East Coast vibe than the other beaches in California. So if you're from the East Coast, you might like Huntington more than any other beach city in Orange County.
So living at the beach comes at a cost, and that's our first con for living in Huntington Beach.
Yeah, so just like any coastal community
in Orange County,
in the world,
for the most part.
Yeah, it comes at a price, right? So, but interestingly, actually, so Huntington, because it's such a big city, for a beach city, I would say Huntington is more reasonably priced than
a lot of other beach cities. So yeah, it's pretty wide. Again, it's pretty wide city, so it's not just this narrow city along the coast. It kind of extends pretty deep all the way up to the 405 freeway actually. So you actually do have a bit of a variance there where again it's not as a median price, it's not super expensive.
Yeah, so you can enjoy, a lot of the benefits of Huntington Beach, but not at the insane costs that you might see in like Newport Beach.
However, the costs are still pretty high.
Yeah, I mean the cost is high for sure.
So another pro about Huntington Beach are the outdoor activities.
Yeah, so Huntington Beach actually has a huge central park, and it's really cool because there's, tons of sports that are there. There's lots of places that
Frisbee golf,
playgrounds, and it actually has the Huntington Beach Public Library there, which I'm pretty sure is the biggest children's library west of the Mississippi. So that's one cool thing about Huntington is in addition to its beach, it has a lot of cool outdoor activities, and then when you add that to just Huntington's unbelievable weather, because you're getting, the best weather in the world, which is in Southern California, so you're able to be outside, and these, facilities, they're all free, and so it's just a really cool part about living in Huntington Beach.
So a con about Huntington Beach is unfortunately the media reputation that Huntington Beach has.
Yeah, so I'm going to put up, a few headlines to sort of give you an idea of, the reputation that Huntington has.
And it's unfortunate because yes, it's a good-sized city. So there's a lot of things that are, again, with a good-sized city, things happen, and unfortunately, the media kind of clings onto a sliver of, information and paints a whole city a certain way.
Yeah, for example, there was actually something that happened a couple weeks ago, and one of my best friends lives in Huntington Beach, and his sister lives in Huntington Beach, and his sister had no idea this was even happening.
So what was it that happened?
Well, it was like, I guess some TikTok party. I guess some.
And they just kind of went to the beach and
it was like a riot, and so yeah, it was all over the news,
and my sister didn't know about it.
And she lives near Main Street,
yeah.
So I think I'll just give an example of sort of how the media sometimes works. Is one time I was in London, and I was in London for work, and all of a sudden I started getting all these text messages, people asking me, oh my God, are you okay? Like, what's happening? I guess there were riots in London, and the news had made it seem like it was happening all over the city.
In fact, she was traveling all over the city.
Yes, I was literally on a bus tour going all over the city. I did not see one riot. I did not see anything weird that whole day. So, I mean, obviously in any big city you have things happen, but I mean, I think the reputation is that it's kind of like the media's whipping boy in a way, so.
And in fact, when we were talking to a couple, we got the unfortunate incident of getting in a car crash in Huntington Beach, actually. And, Huntington Beach has a sort of reputation where there were protests or whatever, and.
Yeah, especially through coronavirus.
Yes.
It was all over national news about all the protests in Huntington Beach.
Yeah, and so we actually asked the police officer that was actually kind of assisting us during the.
Yeah, because we were just chit-chatting.
Yeah, because we're waiting for the tow truck. Yeah, so basically we're asking them, so how's everything going? And they're like, everything's blown out of proportion. They were kind of surprised that we even asked them that question.
Yeah, they were like, yeah, it wasn't as bad as they made it seem.
And you would think that if anyone would know, it would be the police officer.
Yeah, they were on the front line, so.
So another problem about Huntington Beach is the nightlife. And in fact, Huntington Beach let's go back up here. Orange County has, talk about reputation, Orange County has a huge reputation of being a sleepy, suburb type of county.
Yeah, bedroom community to LA.
Yeah, no one does anything. Everything turns off at 8 p.m.
There are places where that happens.
That is true. It's not that. Yeah, so this is a completely unwarranted reputation. Yeah. However, Huntington Beach bucks that trend, and they actually have a thriving nightlife.
Yeah, so they have a lot of restaurants, bars. Main Street is known for always having stuff to do.
Boardwalk. Like Beach Boulevard. You have a lot of places where. Again, you can enjoy the nightlife in Huntington Beach and not worry about, getting shut down at 8 p.m.
Yeah, so one of my best friends lives in Huntington, and that's one thing she really loves to do. She walks with her kids, maybe on a Friday night down to Main Street, and they just, see what's going on. There's just stuff to do, and that's one cool thing about Huntington.
So, con about Huntington Beach is the congestion, I guess.
Yeah, and that's honestly any beach city, especially as you get really close to the coast,
Yeah, obviously parking at the beach when it's a nice day. On a weekend, it's gonna be pretty tight. That's just that's anywhere you go. But again, we would be remiss if we did not at least address the fact that yes, it does get congested at times.
Yeah, and then also I think because Huntington is so big, it's such a big city. Sometimes if you live, pretty far into Huntington, for example, his sister lives pretty far into Huntington, so I swear sometimes it'll take us, 20 minutes to get from the freeway to her house. And so, yeah, but that's another thing about beach cities is that sometimes to get from the freeway to wherever it is you want to go, it can take a little bit of time because of the traffic and the lights and all that stuff.
So another pro about Huntington Beach are the fantastic schools.
Yeah, so Huntington Beach, obviously, it's not like Irvine where every single school is a 10 out of 10 on the ranking list, but
9 out of 10 schools are 10 out of 10.
Yeah, so Huntington has a reputation for having really, really excellent schools. So
yeah, I remember when I was selling a property a few years ago in Huntington Beach, and I just kind of was looking up the schools, and I was going, wow, 10 out of 10. You don't think of beach cities actually as having really good schools. It just doesn't tend to be the case. But I was just blown away. The elementary schools, the junior highs, and the high schools, so many of them, not all of them, but so many of them were 10 out of 10.
Yeah, so the chances are that if you live in Huntington Beach, you will be able to find really excellent public schools for your kids if you're looking for it.
So that's our list about the pros and cons in Huntington Beach. And obviously, more pros than cons.
Yes, definitely more pros than cons. Huntington, it's its own quirky little city, but it's a great place to live, and people that live in Huntington, they love Huntington.
They love it. Again, it has so many things going for it, and really the things that are cons, either they're really not too bad, or again, it's overblown.
Yeah, for sure. So if you are thinking about moving to Huntington Beach, don't forget to reach out to us at 714-348-4000.
Or you can email us at info@livingintheoc.com.
Or if you need to sell your Huntington Beach house, don't forget to reach out to us as well.